Welcome to another video here on my channel. This is made for the Pathfinder School Learning Center on Facebook. I wanted to discuss how people come to the hobby bushcraft, woodcraft, or being an outdoor enthusiast. Sorry. Well, I'm 49 years old. I became a bushcrafter 42 years ago, just because I had a bad parents' house. So my mother and her engaged lover, I don't know why. Whatever I did, I got a hit. Yeah, my mother did it with this bare hand, and her, I would say, not the name, I would name him the Schmock. And the Schmock was 100 kilograms, and I was a little boy, 1 meter and 30, and he was 1 meter 90, 100 kilograms, truck driver. And he hit me almost with the fist in the face. If I was lucky. If I was not so lucky, he took my head on the back and smashed it on the table. Don't get me wrong, I don't want your I'm so sorry, I feel with you. Don't want to hear that. It's not necessary. I did tell you why I became a bushcrafter and why I love it so much here in the outdoors. And I do this for so many years and always feel great and safe here. I'm not an angry person, I'm not an afraid person, but let's go further. So whatever I did, I got the hit. And when I was really bad in luck, the Schmock took away the seat. The stool. I know you know the word stool. You get them on IKEA these days. Again, they cost 10 bucks. They are foldable, completely foldable. Then they are completely flat. And I came home from school. I had the key on my neck. It was not like today, where everybody is helicoptering the children. So I went to school on my own. I came back on my own, everything by feet. It was the 70s. I was living in Mainz, Kostheim, which is Hesse, but part of Mainz, which is Rhineland-Palatinate. My real dad was from Jackson, Ohio. Was a soldier in Germany at the Rhine-Main Air Base in Frankfurt. And I don't know if he was a soldier, a normal soldier from the US Army, or but I believe he was from the Air Force. We never talked about it. I met him once in my life. His original roots were from Sweden, so maybe this is why I'm so a happy camper when I'm outside. So as I told you, I got so many sometimes it was so hard. I believed I lose my mind, but I was praying for I lose my life, just because when I was 6 to 10, these 4 years were so much from violence, filled from violence. You cannot imagine. Maybe you, someone who can imagine, who lived in the same situation like I do. We were not living in something like a ghetto. No, it was a normal Yeah, we were living like everybody there. But I think my mother was drinking too much, and the schmuck was drinking too much. And when they were drunk, they got aggressive, and it was me who could not fight back. So sometimes, the last 3 years, I was visiting my home place, or my hometown, and I met some neighbors from this time, and they said to me, "We don't know how you were looking in this time without color in your face. You had always every color of the rainbow in your face. It was yellow, green, blue, black, violet. Everybody. It was, my head was always swollen. My eyes were swollen." And they said, one of the direct neighbors said to me, "We counted how many times you were running away from home, and it was 137 times. Maybe one day and one night, maybe 2 days and 2 nights, or 1 week." They said the longest time you were not at home, it was 1 week and 3 days. And to tell you now, I was in the woods. I was running away, and whenever I was in the woods, nobody hit me in the face. Nobody hit me so hard that I thought I would die or would lose my mind. And when I was in the woods, you cannot imagine the 70s in Germany were, there was no outdoor gear, nothing, no tarp, no outdoor knife, folding saw or whatever. Everything you could buy was a buck saw, a big hatchet or an axe, and they were expensive, not affordable for a little boy like me. So I had to choose what I had. I chose my small Victorinox. Sorry for coughing. I had my small Victorinox, which was a gift from my grandpa on the day I was born. I took out of the drawer of my grandma a bread knife, which had some serrations, and I used it as an outdoor saw. And the day came, and I said, "No, it's over." I think I was 10. Sorry, I don't know what's going on now. No, I have not corona. I was sitting in the woods, and I said, "No, this cannot go further, so I have to go to school." And whenever I could, I went outside the woods and was sitting in a library and checked out books for building shelters. The SAS survival handbook was one of these which I could read. Just because my mother trained with me English when I was 6, which was very unusual in Germany. Nowadays, younger people learn in school at the second year, when they are 7 or 8. They learn English. I had there are some children's illustrated magazines with some gimmicks inside, and one of these was the YPS magazine. They had always some gimmicks inside. One of the gimmicks was the Abenteuerhandbuch, the adventure handbook, and I think it was maybe the original was from the US Boy Scouts. It was translated in German. It came over and over the years, and I bought this. In the Trapper series there was a tent. Nothing fancy, just like a plastic you're getting when you are buying stuff. And so this equipment helped me a little bit out to survive in the German woods. I was reading books at the libraries about wild edibles, and so I could survive for some times. I was stealing from people who had apples on their trees. I stole strawberries or cherries and whatever, and but I was safe outside, and this is what I always had in my mind when I was outside. When I'm here in the woods and I'm practicing every day here in the woods my techniques, I'm relaxing here every day 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours after 8 to 10 working day. I'm a truck driver in Germany. I'm driving an 8-ton truck with 2 tours every day with 6 to 8 stops with amount of 8 tons per tour. 8 tons inside, 8 tons outside, 8 tons inside, 8 tons outside. 8, 16, 32,000 kilograms I move with hands, and then I come here outside and I'm feeling happy and I feel lucky. Then came the day I was done with my mother, and I was done with the schmuck, and I said I don't want to live there anymore. I don't want to come back anymore to them, and I went to organization which take care of young people in the 70s. If you went to the police with a swollen head and face, and you see everybody is blood, can you imagine they didn't took you into a children's home? Can you imagine they took you in the police car and take you or brought you home to your parents, which were slaughtering you? It was that time here in Germany. They didn't have any time or interest in helping younger people to survive. They brought them back. If you would do that today here in Germany with your children, what my mother and the schmuck did, they would be arrested immediately. But so the time came, the day came, and I said, it's over. I don't want to live there. And I was 10 or 11, but I think it was 10. And then came the day of when we met at the courtyard, and my mother was wearing those 70s big sunglasses, and she was looking at me, and she said, "Is it really what you want?" I said, "Yes." "Why?" I said, "You weren't there when you slaughtered me. You weren't there when the schmuck slaughtered me, when he hit me with the fist in my face, or he took my face and put it on the table." And she said, "Oh, I didn't know that." And I said, "You're kidding me? You saw my face every day." So I came in a home for children. I could choose between 2 ones, and I chose the one. It was 200 meters in front of the BKA, Bundeskriminalamt, which is the German version of the FBI. And there was a lot of woods, and when I came home, I made my in the home, I had 1 room for me, had my food, nobody hit me in the face, nobody slaughtered me, nothing. And then I went out in the woods, and there in the woods I saw an elderly man with 2 bodyguards. I was watching at him, and he said to me, I had my Swiss Army knife with me, and he said to me, "Hey boy, what are you doing there?" I said, "Yeah, I'm doing some finer whittling. I'm making some small stuff, whatever." He said, "Oh, okay. Where are you living, boy?" And I said, "Here in the home for children." He said, "Oh, cool. Do you feel good there?" I said, "Yes." And then we we met from time to time, and the bodyguards were very friendly. And then we sat in a small cabin in the woods, which was completely like like an open. How to describe it? Like an open yurt. Yeah. We were talking, and then one time he said, I asked him, what are you doing here with these both muscle guys? And he said, I'm the chief commander here of the BKA, Bundeskriminalamt, the German FBI. And said, I'm Mr. Herold. And you cannot imagine, you in the States or wherever you are from, there's only one thing you say, you. There's a bad joke about Helmut Kohl, but later. In English you say you. That's only one thing. In Germany you say du for you or sie for you. And he said, I'm Mr. Herold, but you can say du to me, which is a personally thing between people. And we met for half a year, and then my time in this home for children was over. I was really sad losing this guy. Years later, I recognized who he really was. He was hunting the RAF, the RAF, the Red Army Fraktion, terrorists from Germany, and he was really the chief of the big AA. So I came in a home for children, and I could choose once again between Darmstadt and Goldscheid. Goldscheid is near to there where I live now, and I chose Goldscheid, and it was such a small village, little village. 73 people were living there. I believe 10,000 cows, 10,000 chicken and pigs, and you were smelling the smell of the country of it was great. You didn't hear any airplanes, you didn't hear any cars and all that traffic stuff. It was complete. It was like living in heaven. And this was a small part of the home for children, and we were living there in a big house with 5 children and 2 people. They both were 32 and 33. A man and a woman. They were not together. The man has had a wife. His name is Alfred. The lady was named Manuela, and both were from the Green Party in Germany. Yeah, they were Green Parties, and she was lesbian and I don't know. We came home from school. They said, "Did you make your homework?" I said, "Yes." "Okay, now you can do whatever you want. You be here at 7. We eat dinner." I said, "Okay. Here is your watch. Have fun." I was out in the woods. We had pocket money. We could buy whatever we wanted to buy. The first thing I bought was a machete. It was such a machete. I have it today at home. I made a video on the machete, and they saw the machete and said, "Why did you buy this?" And I said, "Just because I wanted this. But yeah, you only use it in the woods, not in school. You don't take it within the school." And I said, okay. Take me by the word. I guarantee to you. And I said, "Have fun. then I bought a survival knife. Oh, not a real survival knife. It was a crappy knife. I have it. These days. I have them both. I have my Swiss Army knife, and so I could do whatever I want. I built shelters in the wood. I made fire in the woods. At these times, nobody took care if you make fire in the woods or if you make a shelter in the woods. We found 22 long rifle ammunition, which was working. We were making some stuff, put the ammunition inside, and we hit with a hammer on the back, and it worked. These times, you would never find something like that. You would never go outside in the woods and would do something like that. Alfred, we call it Erzieher. I don't know the word in English. We were out and about in the woods and we made Schnitzeljagd. I don't know what it is in English. I really don't know. It's the older version of geocaching. You have to search the first spot where you, or the cache, where was some information where you find the next cache, the next cache, the next cache. It was over miles and miles and miles, and sometimes it was 20 miles or kilometers, I should say. And it became dark. We did it in winter time, in summertime, but the interesting was in winter time, and the last station was at a cabin in the woods, where we made a big fire and we had a big barbecue and everything. This was so great. And I always remember in the woods I was free, I was safe, I could do whatever I wanted to do. I was so damn lucky and happy, and I never will forget this. This is why I every day after work for a few hours in the woods. I not ever have anything to do. I don't make shelters. It doesn't make sense for me. I can sit here, and if I get wet, I get wet. It doesn't matter to me. And but I could make a shelter if I absolutely have to, but I don't do this. So, and though I still do this since 42 years now, and I still enjoy being an outdoors man, a woodsman here in Germany, even if most of the stuff is illegal. If you are not lucky as I am, and you have rented some part of the woods here and can do your stuff without getting problems with the law. So this is my story, how I became 42 years ago woodsman, bushcrafter. Maybe it's a sadly story, and everybody saying, oh, who had a good childhood. But for me, I forgot the bad times. I remember the good times. They were up and above the bad times. And if we think about people who slaughter people, really kill them, shoot them, rapists, or people who rape children, and they say when it comes to the courtyard and they are in front of the judge and they say, I had such a bad childhood. My parents were guilty for what I did now. The guy from the neighborhood who raped me is guilty for that what I'm now, and I think, why? You had to choose to be a good guy or to be a bad guy. You are responsible for what you do now. You can nobody blame for that what happened 40 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Yeah, this is what I really believe. You are the master of your life. You have to be the master of your life. You cannot say anybody is to blame. It's only you. Maybe I'm too hard telling to the people. Maybe I don't understand, but these people. But I really do, and I really believe from the bottom of my heart. Whatever you wanted to do, I've always checked out here some wild boars here, and from time to time they're coming some deer. Always check that out. I see it here in 90 degrees of my eyes. But I'm not afraid. So everybody is the master of his life. There's no one to blame if you do something bad. And you cannot make somebody responsible for your situation, which is now, and the situation from the times before is 40 years ago. No reason. I don't believe those people. This is always blah blah and talking stupid stuff. So this is maybe very long, for sure. This is a long story. I tried to pack it or compress 40 years. I'm now 49 years in half an hour to describe or explain why I'm so happy in the woods here in Germany, why I'm loving what I do, and maybe it's you have I don't really believe in God, not in this God or in Jesus like a lot of people believe. I believe there is maybe something why you are on earth, and maybe there's for sure there's a reason why you are on earth, and you have to do what you have to do to help people. Maybe God is your soul, yeah. Maybe it's something like that. But to be good guy, hurting nobody, if I don't have to. Maybe I would do it in an emergency situation, but nobody hurting is what I think is important. And for me, being after an 8 to 10, maybe 12 hours day job, being outside, sitting here in the woods, watch and listen, maybe eat something here, it's for me a soul shower. So this is my story. Hope you enjoyed it a little bit and enjoyed the German woods near Cologne. Thanks for watching and listening. Hope you leave a comment in the comment section. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and never hurt any people. Bye bye. Oh, my German channel, I put a link in the description box. Feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Bye bye. Oh, sorry for coming back. I missed something. If you have a YouTube channel, please make me a video on how or why you became a bushcrafter, or leave a comment, or in the Pathfinder School Learning Center. I really would appreciate that. So now, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.